Hey everyone, my name is David, and today we are selling our 2014 Ford Escape. But it's okay, because it has to be done. We are not selling the S model, not the SE, or the SEL. We are selling the titanium trim, which is actually the highest trim available in 2014. So what do you say we take a closer look on what you get with this vehicle? So we're going to start with the interior of the vehicle first, and then we'll work our way to the exterior. It is really warm, so we need to start this vehicle. We don't need a key to do so. We have a fob right here. As long as this fob is inside the vehicle, all you have to do is push the brake, push the push to start, and you're ready to go. So the center screen is an 8-inch LCD touchscreen. It's powered by Sync. It has your normal things that you have on a touchscreen. You have your time, 321. You have the temperature outside, 84 degrees. We have our Bluetooth, which is allowing us to sync my phone and my wife's phone, so you can have multiple people sync to the vehicle at the same time. Right below that, you have your entertainment. I'll click it for you so you can see that. It's gonna have your presets for your AM, your FM, your CD, your USB, so if you wanna stream music from your phone, you can do that as well. Then to the right, we have two other areas. You have your compass that's gonna let us know if we're going north, south, east, west, what streets are approaching and what street we're currently on. And then right below that, we have our climate. Now our climate doesn't have to do with the temperature outside, it actually has to do with the temperature inside. And you can see that it has two climates, which means we have climate to the left side of the vehicle and to the right side of the vehicle. Right below that, you have your climate control. Now I did talk about climate control on the touchscreen. This is dedicated primarily to your climate, and this is what you're going to use when you change your climate. So on the left-hand side, I can change my climate over here. On the right-hand side, I can change my climate over there. The last thing I'll talk about in this area right here is your first of 3 different ways to open up the trunk. So there's a button to open up the trunk. You can do that like that. And if I want to close it, I can just click it as well. So if we look down right here, we have our 2 cup holders, which is pretty standard. And then we have our 12 volts power source. And then we have 2 buttons right here, right and left. This controls the heat to both the driver and the passenger seat. It's really nice. There's 5 settings. You can switch it all the way up to 5. 5's a little too intense for me, but my wife likes it right there. I'm more of a 0 to 1 type. If I want to use Sync to make a call or to play a song, there's a button right here. I can just click it up.
Please say a command.
And at that point I can say a command, I can say call my wife or play a certain song. Then I have right here the ability to change the station or the song, and I also can increase or decrease the sound in the vehicle. We have our cruise control, and we have buttons that will control that menu right here in front of me. Now the menu I have up here is the one that I tend to go to, but you can go to a different one if you'd like to. What's really nice about these powered windows is the ability to do the one click. So I can push down once and it'll bring the window all the way down, or I can click up once and it'll bring the window all the way up without me having to hold the button. Automatic locks, and we see the numbers 1, 2, and 3. Those are presets to the seat. So there's seat memory for the driver's seat. It is a powered seat. Okay, so now we are in the back seat, and I have a lot of room back here actually. So I'm 5'7", and the seat is where I would normally have it in the front seat, and I have a pretty decent amount of leg room over here, which is really nice. On this back seat area, we have 3 seats. We actually have a cup holder. And if you do have kids, which we do, there's little hooks on the 2 side seats, and they're connected to the frame of the vehicle. So if your car seat has the ability to snap them in, let's see if you can see that, it's not hard. Right there. You have hooks there and there. We have the trunk back here. I'll give you a better view of it when I go outside. So we have our air source right here, and then right below that, you guys can see that, we have a 3-pronged power outlet, and here's our view from the back seat. Okay, so I'm on the outside of the vehicle. It's kind of windy right now. It's still hot. But I'm going to show you a few features before I shut my mouth and allow you to see the aesthetics of the car. There's some things that I think are interesting. So the first thing we're going to start off with is the second way to open the trunk. I'll show you the first way. Second way has to do with the fob. All you have to do is click the trunk button twice, and the trunk will open for you. Really convenient feature, especially if you're far away from your car and you want to get it prepped. You have groceries in your hands, whatever. There you go. Now to close it, double click it again, and the trunk will close for you. Another interesting feature on this vehicle is the remote to start capability. So I like to use this in the case that's a hot day outside and the car's kind of hot in there. If I want the AC running before I get into the car, I can do that. All I have to do on the fob, click the lock button. On the very top, there's a remote start button. Click that twice. The car starts up. Amazing. So when I get in that car, it's nice and cool in there. I don't have to wait for it to cool down. The next thing that I want to talk about is these doors. The doors have little sensors on them, so as long as I have the fob by me, all I gotta do is put my hand underneath, opens up, and open up the car. These fobs, amazing. Now I'm gonna show you the third and final way to open up the trunk. All you have to do is actually click a button. So right underneath here, there's a button, you click it, opens up the trunk for you. Inside the trunk, you see there's a pretty decent amount of space in there. You can also fold down those seats. I have them up right now, but they can't fold down. This is going to come with the sale of the vehicle. My wife got it, but basically what it'll do is shade the items in your car or cover them so someone doesn't see them. Really cool feature. Now to close it, all you're going to have to do, there's a button right up here. Click it, and it will close. Now there's two more features that I want to talk about. First of those two is going to be the gas. Now this might not be very interesting to you, but our new car doesn't have this feature and I've grown to miss it. I don't have to click a button to open this up. All I have to do is boom, and there's nothing to twist. I just stick the hose right in and then I take it out, close it up, and I'm done. Easy. Now the final feature I'll talk about is the backup cam. I forgot to mention that when I was inside there. So there is a backup cam right there, and it activates anytime the car is in reverse. So let me show you that. All you gotta do is shift into reverse. That will change the screen right here into the backup cam, and it'll allow you to see what's behind you. Oh, it is hot out there, but we did it. I hope that gives you a better idea of what you can come to expect when you buy this vehicle, because it really is a nice vehicle and we hate to see it go, but at the same time we gotta move on. So that's what we're doing. Before I let you go, just a few things. First, this car is completely paid off. My wife and I have the title at home, so when it comes time to transfer title, it's going to be really easy. Number two, this car has recently passed smog. We made sure that we got a smog certificate showing pass within the last 90 days. That's also going to help when we transfer title. The third thing is we wanted to make sure that you had the best vehicle possible before we sold it to you. So in order for us to do that, we went into Ford Auto Nation in Torrance and we let them know we're selling this vehicle. Can you please do a full assessment on this vehicle? Let us know if anything needs to be done before we give it to someone else. So they called us back and they let us know that there are a few things that could be done, or we could pass it on to the next buyer. So I asked them what they were, and they were the following. First, they said that the brakes were going to have to eventually be changed. That's front and rear. Second, they said there's 2 tires on this car that also need to be changed as well. Seemed like a big deal, plus the tune-up. So I asked them, what's the quote? What's the damage going to be on something like that? And they gave me a quote. So here it is. $1,569. What? That's a lot of money. So we thought about it for a second, and then we decided to bite the bullet. We ended up paying it. So this car has brand new brakes, front and rear, 2 brand new tires. The car's been checked from head to toe. So what are you waiting for? Make sure you contact me as soon as possible. This car is ready to go. This is your next car. Right here is going to be some contact information. Call me, text me, send me a message on Auto Trader, whatever it is. This is going to be a first come, first serve type of transaction. I'm going to start test drives next week on Saturday. If I have 6 test drives lined up and the first one goes well and the person's like, I want to buy this vehicle, I'm going to cancel the next 5. So make sure you're the first one. Contact me right now. Don't wait any longer, because this car is not going to sit on the market too long. So that's it. Thanks for watching this video and taking some time to get to know your next vehicle. Hopefully I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.